Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Perumal Jagan. I am here after a while, and in this video I'll be taking up a web challenge from HackTheBox, and it's a recently retired challenge. When I was taking this challenge, I did some overthinking. I took a lot of time to fix this, though I referred to the source code of this application. Uh, as I said, it's a web challenge. We will be doing some source code analysis. At the same time, we will be doing some enumeration stuff directly on that web application. And apart from that, I don't have much to say. So without further ado, let's get into this web application. Now you are looking at the challenge page. The challenge name is HTBank, as you see. So it is with easy difficulty, and challenge description. A notorious bank has recently opened its doors, claiming to house the wealth of the entire world. Can you reclaim what is rightfully yours? Here is the wizard's tip. The bank only permits withdrawals of 1337 units of currency at a time. So here is the tip. 1337 units of currency at a time. So let's remember this. Are you up for the challenge? Yes, we are. We actually have an instance. I already spawned it. So here is the IP, and we have certain files to download. I already downloaded and keeping it in my file system. So let's see. Let's try to enumerate the web application before going through that source code. Okay, fine. Here is the web app. So looks like a login page, a typical login page with title HTBank, and here is the title actually, Transact Sphere, and the web application name is HTBank. It actually landed in a login page. I don't see anything changes, so let me check whether it is a static page or anything involved. Looks like an API. I think so. It's an API page, a typical API page. PHP. It responds to this PHP as well. JS. What? 404 not found. Okay. I got this. When I give HTML, it says 404 not found. So looks like whatever the page that is not exist, if you give request, it will land in this page. So this is the 404 page, a weird one. So we don't see this kind of 404 page often. Actually, at least I've never seen, but this is the 404 page actually. So nothing special here. You may see it is actually changing between register and login. I don't have an account, so I may register and get my credentials. All right, so let me do this registration. The username, I'll give my name, Perumal Jagan, and the password, simply password. I'm keeping it simple. That's it. I'm ready to register, but before that, let me get through this source code of this the front end of the web application. So let's see what we are up against. I don't see any special stuff, anything fishy, anything unique, anything odd. I don't see anything odd so far. Nothing special. Just a typical login page source code. Fine. I'm ready to register it. So let me do this. User registered, please log in. So here is the string displayed. It disappeared. Fine. I do have an account now. So let me log in this. Perumal Jagan, and the password is password. Fine. And I'm logging in. Cool. Now you are looking at the page. Once I logged in, I got this page, HTBank. You can see that URL changed. Now we landed in the home page. Username Perumal Jagan, balance 0 HTB credits, wallet address, some hexadecimal stuff. I don't know how it is getting generated, but soon we will find that. We do have a source code in hand. So once we go through that source code, we will have an idea. Fine. I have two options: withdraw money, add money. So when I try to add money, it goes nowhere. I'm not getting anywhere. So it is actually a dead link, I guess. Nothing is here. But when I click withdraw money, let's see what happens. It is actually pops a window. It asks me to enter the account number and the amount to withdraw. I'll give a random account number, maybe 1234. I don't know the account number yet, so I'm giving a random account number and amount. I'm not sure. Maybe I can use this 1337 units of currency at a time because that's the hint, right? So let me use that. And when I click withdraw, what happens? Not enough credits. Obvious. As we have seen, I don't have a credit. I don't have a credit to withdraw. Now we are in a kind of a dead end. I'm not sure what to do next. So that's what I'm trying to say. So we are in a dead end. Now what to do next? Do we have anything to do? Since it is a web challenge, I think I don't need to enumerate any directory here because we are directly up against this login and register page. Maybe since we have this login and register page, I may try to bypass the login logic simply by using some SQL payloads. If the form is susceptible to the SQL injection, if the login page, then we may get some useful stuff from the database, right? So I'll try to do that next. But before that, I'm just trying to look at this front-end code. I don't see any interesting stuff. Fine. I'll go to this front page. I'll simply change the URL to the default one. It's actually landing in the home page. Fine. I do have a username, Perumal Jagan. I mean, I'll give some username that doesn't exist. And I'm giving single quote. Let's see what happens. When I give single quote, is it behaving, is it exposing any weird behavior? Let's find that. Okay, I think better to forward this to Burp Suite. Because if in Burp Suite repeater, we will be able to give multiple requests frequently. So that's what I'm going to do. Interceptor is on. Let me turn on this interceptor and I'm logging in. I got this login request. You may see the login request is directly forwarded to API login page. It is posting the credentials there. Simple. I'll click Control R to send this to repeater, and I'm hitting Control space bar to send the request from repeater. It says invalid credentials. Fine. Nothing odd. I'm adding double quote here. Invalid credentials. Maybe single quote or 1 equal to 1. Some always true logic. Invalid credentials still. Apart from this, I'll give and nothing. I'll give a valid username. Invalid credentials still. Now I'm trying to use the SQL injection payloads just to bypass this login stuff. Let me give. I'll assume a username admin, and I'll just try to give a request. Nothing. What else? I'll just try to finish it with command. Comment. Nothing here. I'm using closed parenthesis and a single quote. Let's see what happens. No. I don't get any weird response, and also I'm not observing any delay in response. So it looks like it's behaving properly. I don't think there is an SQL injection. So these are the basic payloads: single quote, double quote, hashtag, closed parenthesis, and one more, comment. Typical login bypass payload. No, nothing here. Gives nothing. So it is not vulnerable to SQL injection, I suppose. So let me keep this aside. I'll just name it as login. All right. Let me do the same for the registration page. I'll give some random name this time. Test, and sending this to Burp Suite. I'll drop this. Now I'll go here. test test. I click register. It is forwarded to Bob Suite. Control R to send it to repeater. So here I have the register page. Similar request, but it is this time requesting to register page. All right, I'll try the same stuff here as well. User registered, please log in. User registered, please log in. User registered, please log in. So whatever the username I'm giving, it is registering that junk as a username, as a valid username. Even if I give this single quote, I'm still getting user already registered. So let me do this. I'm just giving one SQL injection payload, and I try to register this. Now it is registered. Okay, and I will try to log in with this. Let's see what happens. I'll disable this burp interception. Wrong paste. Wrong clipboard. Yeah, this one looks okay. I'm logging in, and I can see whatever the payload I gave in a username box, that is still reflecting here. So I don't observe any weird behavior here. Looks okay. Looks okay. I don't see any SQL injection so far. So it looks like a normal behavior. I don't see any weird stuff. Fine. But withdraw money, I didn't intercept this yet. So let me do that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This time I give this. I'll go and again turn on the interceptor, and the amount 1337, and I'm giving withdraw this time. Let's see what happens. Now it is giving request to API withdraw, and it has some session cookie as well. What kind of cookie it is? Is it a JWT? But before that, let me send it to repeater. Fine. So when I give a request from repeater, it says not enough credits. So I am giving 1337. It's saying not enough credits. Fine. I was giving this withdraw here, and I was just trying to find what kind of session cookie it is. So let's see. I'll turn off this and move to jwt.io. So it's a website, a public website, where you can able to decode the JWT tokens. So it is still a JWT token. I can see the decoded stuff here. The algorithm used is HS256. The type is JWT. Username equal to this one, and what is this? Expiry date. I think the expiry data, when it is getting expired. So the data is given here. So nothing special. I may try to poison this cookie. So let's see what happens. I'll reload this. Here I'm pasting this and try to poison this cookie. I'll just modify the username as admin, and I copy this. I don't think anything else. I don't think I need to modify anything else. Fine. I copied it. So let me go here, repeater, and just pasting this. I don't know whether the admin is a valid user, but I'm just trying. Okay, I just replaced it. I added the credit 1337 and a random account name. I'll give admin this time because that's the cookie, right? Invalid token, unauthorized. So it eventually detected that the cookie is tampered. So fine. So nothing odd. Since it is signed one, it is actually a signed one. Here you can see the signature. I tampered the cookie, so it eventually spotted it's actually an invalid token. Fine. Looks like a Looks like till now the application is built properly, but I need to review the source code at this time. I do have the source code downloaded. I do have it with me. So let me unzip it. HTBank.zip. The password is HackTheBox. Standard password for every stuff. Fine. I got this source code with me. I have a lot of files, so it's a Docker container. What can I do? I'll use code to open it. VS Code. So here I am, opened it. Entry point, let's see this. chmod 600 entry point. So it is giving the privilege to this file. Initialize and start MariaDB. So it is nothing but MySQL. So we know that is the database used in the backend. While MySQL admin ping localhost silent, nothing special. So here with this command, they created the database. They specified the property of the database. Fine. Docker file, Alpine 3.18. So that's the image. And they are adding these utilities within this container. Nginx configuration, PHP, and here they are copying the challenge files into the www directory. So the application is running in a www directory now. Apart from that, nothing special. They are installing the Python dependencies. So looks like it is built on Python. So it's a Python server, and also I can see some PHP stuff. So let's see what we are really up against. Docker web HTBank. So it is running on port 1337. All right. So that's the magic number we have seen in the challenge description. These are the Nginx configuration. Fine. Let's get into this challenge directory. Flask frontend, PHP backend. So looks like there are two types of web applications used, Flask and PHP. So let's see what we exactly have. I'll open PHP, but before that, let me get into this Flask. Here in the requirements.txt. So these are all the libraries. It depends. And application, I do have some blueprints. Static. So in static, nothing special. Only CSS, JavaScript, HTML, whatever we have seen in that front end source code, those details are here. And similarly, template, nothing special. So I close this static and templates directory. So I need to look at these 4 Python scripts and this routes.py. Apart from that, I need to look at this run.py. Fine. So let's get into this config.py. So here, what it does. So it actually contains the database and its credentials. Okay. So database.py, it actually, what it does. So let me see this. Now you can see this specific Python file is responsible for doing the SQL queries at the back end. So it is actually selecting username from users, where username equal to this and password equal to this. You may see here, they are not actually getting the username and password directly from the user here. They're actually using some variable kind of stuff, and from somewhere they are getting the value and they are substituting here. So here, by doing this this kind of stuff, by actually taking this kind of method, they are avoiding the SQL injection. So that's why we were not able to inject any SQL payloads. If the input from user directly substituted in this document, in this statement, then we might not able to we might be able to exploit this SQL injection, but at this time it is not possible. I think it is a parameterized queries. So that is the concept used here. If something wrong, please let me, feel free to inform me. I'm ready to learn. And register user DB. So this is the statement for registration, and this is the registration, what it does actually. So here we can see the wallet address. So whatever the string, the random hex string that we have seen here, that is actually generated with a specific function, secrets.token hex of 16. So this is the function responsible for generating this one. All right. So it is actually generating and inserting the stuff into the specific user's profile, I guess. Fine. Get user. So this is to get the user and this is to get the flag. So this one is very important. We do know how to get the flag here. We are selecting everything from, I think the flag is a table here. So that's the SQL statement. Fine. The function here is get flag. Okay. Whenever this get flag function is called, then wherever the get flag function is called in this program, then we need to pay our attention on that part, because that is where the trick is lies. Fine. So this is the file and the main.py. So here is the file. It imports Flask, the API, those stuffs. Home page, API page, 404 not found, 404, 403 forbidden, 400 bad request. So this is the code block responsible for that 404 pages, client-side error pages. Apart from that, nothing special. util.py, what is that? OAS JWT. So actually this is the library generates that JSON web token. Date type. Apart from that, what else? Nothing interesting. So here the specific code is actually responsible for generating that JWT token. So that's what it does. Yeah. And what else? I'm moving to run.py. Here what I'm seeing, I can see the port is 1337 on all interfaces, nothing else. Debug is true, which is very important. In a Python application, in Flask application especially, if the debug is true, then by simply navigating to a console page, we will be able to get some command execution page. I think we will get some command execution stuff. Here it says still 404 not found, though the debug is enabled, because this specific statement, use eval ex equal to false. So let's Google and learn what it means. So better to refer the Flask documentation. If you want to run application in debug mode but disable the code execution on the interactive debugger, you can pass use eval x equal to false as a parameter. So still they enabled the debugger, but they prevented, but they actually denied the code execution to its users by using this simple parameter, use eval x equal to false. So it is not possible, though the debug is enabled. All right, fine. I'm moving to the next one, PHP backend. I don't see any interesting stuff apart from that get flag statement, get flag function. Let's see what we have here. In controllers, we have a couple of PHP scripts, and apart from that, there are 3 PHP scripts. Okay, so here is the controller, database, get database, withdraw controller. Okay, so this is the statement responsible to get the let me get into this one. First of all, Perumal Jagan, and the password is password. I already registered this user. I'm simply logging in. So here, when I try withdrawing some amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the amount is maybe 1337, it says not enough credits. So you may see the amount and account, it actually gets from the user. So it is actually passing these values through the post request, and once it got the value, what it does, when the amount is 1337, it actually query the database to update the flag. Update flag set show flag equal to 1. So what does it mean? By doing this query, this update query, it is actually setting value to show flag to 1, which means we will be able to see the flag from the database. We will be able to retrieve the flag from the database. So that's what it does. So when we enter the amount 1337, we will be able to get the flag. But at this time, we are not able to get the flag because it says not enough credits. I don't have enough credits, but I need to get the message okay. But here in contrary, we are getting some different message, and that message is not at all exist here. Not enough credits. This is not at all exist here in this code. But let me copy this once again. Not enough credits. I'll search through this code. So let's see what happens. I need to search, right? So let me search through this. Shift. I think I need to press F here. No element found. How can I search through? How can I search? Control Shift F. Sorry, I should have pressed it. Yeah, now I'm giving not enough credits, and it says routes.py. Here in routes.py itself, I'm getting this. When the balance is not sufficient, it actually gives not enough credits. All right, fine. I'll remove this. Okay, I think I need to get back. How to do that? Yeah, here. Fine. It is in routes.py. So this is where it's not enough credits alert. So this is the code block responsible. This is giving not enough credits. Whenever we are having the sufficient amount, it gives that. Fine. Now what else? We were actually looking at this withdraw controller, but we need to get this message. We don't accept that amount. Since we know our available credit is 0, why don't we credit the 0 as a value? So let me try giving that as an amount. 0, and I'm clicking withdraw. What it says, we don't accept that amount. Fine, we are getting this one, we are hitting this, but we need to hit this specific code block somehow. But let's, before doing that, before telling you the trick, let me get through the remaining stuff. Get database function call index.php. Okay, so nothing special. I'll search get flag. Get flag. Sorry. Get flag. So it used in 2 places. This is the function definition and routes.py. So this is where it is calling. So let's see. So it is authenticated. If the user is authenticated, it is getting the username, and it is also calling that get flag function. So it is rendering the flag. Get user. Now I need to loop the get user function. So here is the function definition. So it gets the user, and also it eventually gets the flag. Fine. Now I think we need to do some trick here. So here in withdraw controller, I can clearly see whenever we are entering the amount 1337, it is actually trying to fetch the flag and it says the message okay. But in order to hit that, we need to override this specific stuff. I mean, when we are getting this, we don't accept that amount, then we need to override that. Let me explain that real quick. So here I gave the value 0, right? So let me do that. I'm actually turning on the interceptor once again, and here I'm turning it on. Fine. I'm clicking withdraw here, and it actually passed to Bob Suite, and I'm passing it to repeater now. Now here I have this account number. It could be anything, a random number. Here I'm giving value 0. It says we don't accept that amount, but I try to override this value with 1337. Then let's see what happens. Okay, what I can do now, I'll simply take this stuff, copying it and pasting it, and here I'm adding that comment. I think it is this comment. Fine. Here I need to change the value to 1337. Now, though I gave the value 0, the amount 0, I again overrated that value with this 1337. Now I give the request. Now let's see what happens. I'll copy this entire stuff. All fields are required. Okay. Repeater. Okay, here I'm just giving the same thing here. Forward. We don't accept that amount, it says. Okay. 0, withdraw. I'm getting this again. So let me give this, change it to 1337, removing this, and giving this request forward. What happens? It is redirecting me to home page now. I'm forwarding it again, and here is the flag. So this is the trick. I did some mistake when I'm doing the copy paste here, but this is how you need to get the flag. So let me show this real quick in Burp Suite once. Withdraw money, withdraw, and forwarding it to repeater. But before do that, I'll take this off. I think it is a comment, so I'm just removing and adding it at the end. Fine. Now I'm giving it to repeater, and it would eventually give message okay. And when we were seeing that page, when I forward this and see the page, I'll be getting, I need to forward this as well, I'll be getting the flag. So this is the challenge I wanted to showcase. So it was actually a simple challenge, and when I reviewed this, I couldn't find what was the exact vulnerability is, but I eventually got the doubt. Somehow I need to trigger this code block. How can I do that? Then I referred a write-up. There they said a trick to override this, override the value 0 with this specific magic number 1337. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to showcase. Hopefully this will be a good learning session to you. I took my time to explain this, though it was a simple challenge. Hope you enjoyed it. If you really did, consider doing that YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to like this video so that this video will be reaching so many people. Yeah, I don't have anything to say specifically. Do the YouTube algorithms, like, comment, subscribe stuff, and I'll see you next time with another exciting one. Until then, I'm signing off. Cheers, and I love you all. Thank you so much.